Impeccable timing, as always, Kenekotine. But moments ago, the Elder Seedseer sent word to go and fetch you. She's already on her way, and will explain everything herself when she arrives.
The children of the Twelves would, both Mughal and man alike, have sallied forth, branches in hand, to the far reaches of the forest. Soon their task shall be completed. Though the shadow of death yet looms large, they do not allow despair into their hearts. They hold fast to their faith in a brighter future. We shall see their hope rewarded, and by the grace of the elementals, consign these grim days to memory. We need only succeed in summoning the Ermin Hedge. You may recall that the Great One's words were muddled and esoteric. I believe it was an instruction to carry out this esoteric ceremony in order to expunge the corruption befouling the forest, that the once tainted earth may begin to mend. For you see, when the Ermin Hedge last was formed, it was to protect the Twelves wood from threats without. The Great One acted as a guardian, embracing the woods to shield them as a father would his child. On this occasion, however, we will call upon it to nourish and revitalize, as a mother nurses her child to make them strong against sickness. In channeling the power of the elementals in this way, we can stem the spread of Gleipnir's poison, and the scars of its passing will finally heal. At least, that was what the Great One intended to say, I believe. The Seedseer Council agrees with my interpretation and has permitted me to perform the ceremony. I have in my possession a single branch, the final one to be attached to the eldest tree of the Twelves wood. For all that you have done to aid us thus far, I ask you accept this honor. Who better to set the final stone in this new foundation for everlasting peace? You who have sacrificed so much for the sake of others. If we had even a sliver of your courage, we could move mountains. Thank you, my friend. We will find the tree of which I spoke in front of the Leatherworkers Guild. Let us depart.
From here, the Great One's blessing will spread to every corner of Gridonia, and send all manner of wicked beasts scurrying back into the shadows.
Look to the boughs above, and you will see a spot where the bark has been discolored by age and the elements. There you must affix the branch.
You ascend the ancient trunk and affix the branch of the guardian tree to the weathered bark as directed by the Elder Seedseer.
You are quite the climber. And with that, all preparations are now complete. Let us return to the guardian tree, and with the aid of the Great One deliver salvation to the whole of the Twelves wood.
Our journey nears its end. I shall be glad to go to bed again without Gleipnir to haunt my dreams.
If it is truly Sura's lingering resentment for the elementals that drives the blasphemy, then it will surely come. For the sake of the man he was, I must try to appeal to his reason. But should I fail, then we will have no recourse but to fight. Regardless, this day we shall bid farewell to Gleipnir. Through the branches of the guardian tree, the 12's wood is become as one. In summoning the Irmin hedge, every ILM of these sacred lands will be imbued with the Great One's nourishing ether. The forest will be empowered to heal itself, to break free of Gleipnir's despair. The ceremony is complex and delicate, and I must maintain focus. I trust you will do what is necessary to see that I am not interrupted.
Gleipnir comes. Defend the Elder Seedseer.
Are the elementals so deserving of your scorn? Do you hate me, too, for my horns? I knew a boy once, a boy who called them gifts. Symbols of the blessings he resolved to share with the world. Yet the beast before me now brings naught but misery and death, marks its victims with chains to bind and condemn. To share in its suffering. I was not there for you then, but I am here for you now. To unmake what you have become. I shall begin the ceremony. Stand fast, and remember what we fight for.
The Elder Seedseer must not be disturbed. Protect her. The Elder Seedseer must not be disturbed. Protect her. He makes for the Elder Seedseer. To her side. He makes for the Elder Seedseer. To her side. The pain is too much to bear. I cannot move. The pain is too much to bear. I cannot move.
This poison is too strong.
You must fend off his attacks if the Elder Seedseer is to survive. You must fend off his attacks if the Elder Seedseer is to survive.
No. This cannot be. My ether wings.
God. My limbs refuse to move.
Summoning must needs be completed. Endure.
The ceremony is almost complete. Keep slave near at bay. The ceremony is almost complete. Keep slave near at bay. Stop. This bloody puzzle. That mist bears slave near puzzle. Do not allow them to drift near the elder secret. That mist bears slave near puzzle. Do not allow them to drift near the elder secret. I can scarcely raise my spear. Has the poison taken effect already? I can scarcely raise my spear. Has the poison taken effect already? The ceremony is almost complete. Your slave is brought for just a while longer. The ceremony is almost complete. Your slave is brought for just a while longer.
We have failed.
I have suffered much more.
I shall not kneel before your hearing.
He falls upon his wicked minions. Bring them to me. They will fall before my spear. He falls upon his wicked minions. Bring them to me. They will fall before my spear. Heal yourself.
I cannot move.
My lance grows heavy. I shall not fall before this beast.
My ether is exhausted. I cannot stand. My ether is exhausted. I cannot stand.
I shall draw his ire. Kenikoku, lend the Elder Seeker a portion of your power. I shall draw his ire. Kenikoku, lend the Elder Seeker a portion of your power. Come, you pitiful beast. Let us see the contents of your innards. Come, you pitiful beast. Let us see the contents of your innards. I swore that I would protect her. This time I shall not falter. I swore that I would protect her. This time I shall not falter.
My prayers have been heard. May your embrace shield us and cleanse the corruption from our home.
By the grace
of the elementals.
I cannot fight much longer. Thank you, Elder Seeker.
Now we press the attack.
By the light of the crystal.
By the light of the crystal. So long as we are within the barrier, we need not fear Gleipnir's poison. So long as we are within the barrier, we need not fear Gleipnir's poison.
However, the battle is far from over. Heal yourself. However, the battle is far from over. Heal yourself.
The forest's blessing shall guide us through the most torrential storm. The forest's blessing shall guide us through the most torrential storm. Kaneko team, to me. We must group together. Kaneko team, to me. We must group together.
Even Blair lashes out in the face of death. Bring an end to its misery while the barrier still stands. Even Blair lashes out in the face of death. Bring an end to its misery while the barrier still stands.
Sirrah, I now fathom the depth of your suffering. For all that you held dear, I shall see to it that you are given peace. Sirrah, I now fathom the depth of your suffering. For all that you held dear, I shall see to it that you are given peace. Begone with you. With will be done. His rancor makes even the elemental shudder in fear. The barrier may not last for much longer. His rancor makes even the elemental shudder in fear. The barrier may not last for much longer.
Press the attack. Press the attack.
Through sacred soil and azure skies may your compassion flow and swell to banish the darkness. For we as well, honor and gratitude unending. We could not have overcome the blasphemy without your aid. In your everlasting grace, I pray you continue to guide we children of the forest. In your boundless mercy, I pray you forgive the lost and forsaken who succumbed to despair. To you, my dear Sirrah, I promise I shall never forget your words of wisdom. Ours is indeed a gift and a blessing, and a duty to our people I will uphold. Until my final breath. This I swear.
The elder Seedseer's childhood friend suffered too much tragedy in his life. Of that there can be no doubt. But with his passing, he, and the realm, may once more know peace. And we may finally begin to mourn the innocents lost to his rage.
Thank you, Kaneko team. The great cleansing could not have succeeded without you. The blight has been purged, and the blasphemous beast which bore it laid low. The sacred wood that once held its breath in fear now breathes a long sigh of relief. I must return to Gridania and my regular duties as Elder Seedseer, but I should be glad if you could call upon me there, that is, if I may impose upon you one final time. Thank you. I promise not to detain you at length. Let us meet again at the Lotus Stand.
Please. You must do something. But that's not right. Nafika's altar is a place of contemplation. Visitors are asked to refrain from creating a disturbance.
The elder Seer awaits you within. Shall I escort you to her?
The Great One's ether flows all throughout the Twelveswood, purging the last vestiges of Gleipnir's poison. The surviving wounded are no longer in danger and have begun to recover at long last. We have much cause to rejoice, in no small part because of you, my friend. On behalf of Gridania, and myself, allow me to thank you yet again for your tireless efforts in bringing Gleipnir to heal.
You went above and beyond the call of duty for the sake of our people and their homeland. You were inspiring to behold, and not for the first time, I must say. Forgive me, Elder Seer, but, with this crisis behind us, I would suggest a new course of action.
Oh? And what would that be?
Rest. In all our time together, I have never seen you so hard-pressed. Surely you are weary and could benefit from a brief respite.
I appreciate your concern, my friend, but I cannot. Will not. One day, perhaps, but not this day.
But Elder Seer.
Recent events have given me cause to reflect upon my past. Upon lessons that I once thought I had taken to heart. When I did not yet understand the duty with which I had been entrusted, when these horns of mine were but chains binding me to a destiny I did not choose. 'Twas Sura who taught me to appreciate the gift I had been given. Had he not been there to help me keep to the proper path, where would my errant feet have taken me instead? He was perhaps the first, but he would not be the last. My brother and sister and countless other kind souls, through their words and their support, have also helped me to continue to find a way forward, even when I thought there was none. 'Tis by opening our hearts to one another that we, in turn, open new paths, that we can conceive of greater opportunities and brighter futures. All who live within Gridania are deserving of these gifts, and so I must always be there for them, that together we may journey in safety through darkest night. My life is my duties, and my duties my life. I do what I love, and desire naught else. But, if ever there came a time when I need no longer serve as Elder Seer, I would be forced to consider alternatives. Perhaps I would do the same as Sura and settle down with my beloved. Finding and courting them would make for quite the adventure, don't you think? Regardless of what the future has in store, my present course is clear. So long as we Padjal serve as a bridge between man and elemental, Gridania can weather any storm. And so I will continue to walk hand in hand with my people and my patrons, along a path that we discover together.
Though the blasphemy is no more, there are still administrative matters to resolve. If it is not too much to ask, could you bring word of these recent events to our delegate in Radz-at-Han? It has been an honor and a pleasure, my friend. May the elementals watch over and keep you. I would gladly go to Radz-at-Han myself in your stead, but the Elder Seedseer is adamant on resuming her duties at once, and so I too must go without rest. But such is the life we both chose.
I heard about you and yours traveling beyond the stars to avert the final days. Good work, that. Mind you, not all our woes have vanished just yet. I speak of the blasphemies, of course, for despair is not something one can easily cast off. Though we've come a long way, the battle is not yet done. Preventing further transformations won't be easy, but we're a damn sight closer to solving the problem than before.
Welcome back. I pray you have brought glad tidings. Gleipnir is slain. You have brought joy to me on an otherwise uneventful day. Of course, I had complete faith in your success, but had begun to worry ever so slightly when you did not return as quickly as I anticipated. I shall report your success to the envoys at once. If we have further need of you, I pray you will answer our call.
You can now dye the job-specific gear for level 90 tanks.
While the veil of despair has been lifted from Gridonia, our work is far from finished. It will take time and effort for its people to accept that peace has returned. News of your victory will be sure to speed this process along.